Hello stamping friends, welcome back to the second video in the April online class. This is the PDF that you get when you're in the classes, and the PDF gives you the items that we use, the measurements, all of that information. But this is the card that we're doing, and I'm going to show you a few tips to help you make this card a lot faster. In this kit, you get some baker's twine again. You get two strips of paper in these colors. You'll get a piece of the Bermuda Bay. Your scrap may not be this big, it's just one that I had on hand. You'll get your card base and your envelope. Now, out of the scrap, you're going to be cutting out the bows. Now, if you did not get the framelits, you're going to need to stamp the bows, and then you're going to have to cut them out with your snips. I recommend teeny tiny scissors to do that because these bows are pretty small. If you look through all of the projects, you will see that you need 4 bows, so you can go ahead and cut that out. You're going to be using this extra strip for another card, so don't throw it away. All right, so let's do our stamping. The first thing I'm going to do is stamp Celebrate. And I'm going to stamp it twice on my strip of Whisper White. The photopolymer stamps really let you see exactly where you are stamping, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I've got that done. All right, so then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stick this on the back, or stick this on the green rather, I'm sorry. Just use some snail, and it's going to go all the way to the edge of the green like that. Okay? All right, so I'm going to stamp. On the first video, I started stamping on this piece of paper, and I've already got my balloons cut out. So I'm going to go ahead and do the stamping on the rest of this paper. And the first one I'm going to do is the green. Really pressing it down, peeling it off, okay? And then I'm going to stamp the polka dots. Now the polka dots are not a solid stamp like the balloon is, so you don't necessarily have to peel it off. And they look cute. All right, so there's that. And then the next one we're going to do is we're going to stamp with the Bermuda Bay. Wipe off my stamp. Okay, ink that up. Okay, again, we're going to peel it off. And then on this one, it has the little stars that we're going to stamp. And that's this fun looking stamp that's in your set. And we're going to use the same color. And just stamp right over it. Okay, how fun is that? And then our last balloon is our happy. Stamp straight down, press it, get all the ink on there, peel off the paper. Oops, my happy I didn't press well. So let me just show you. Okay, so see that? All right, so remember on the first video I said to kind of turn that stamp a bit and make sure you get ink on everything. And then we're going to try it again. Yay, much better. So if you get that, turn the paper over and do it again. All right, so then the next thing we're going to stamp is the tiny baby that's in your stamp set. And if you're not sure, because sometimes you can't really see how the words are, stamp on a piece of scratch paper and make sure that your words are going the right way. So then we're going to stamp baby, just like that. Okay, so there's your stamping. Now I've already cut mine out. So we're going to put the card together. Got my little bows cut out. And you're going to turn these over. See how I did? I just love to reuse my paper, I'm telling you. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to lay the balloons down, and we're going to take the baker's twine, and we're going to lay it there, and then we're going to use some Scotch tape. That just holds it in place. Whoops, that's a little too big. Just holds it in place while we're attaching. Okay, so now we have all the strings on. Cut off that. So the next thing I want to do is go ahead and put some dimensionals on there so that our balloons are really flying. Again, I'm going to use 3 on each one. Okay, I noticed that I put my dimensional a little too close to the edge, so I'm going to go ahead and just trim that before I even try to put it on. That way it's not peeking out. Okay, so let's put our card together. And we have our base. Things are sticking to me today. So we're going to take our balloons, flip them over. And the first one I want to put down is this one. So I'm just going to place it right about there. Okay. And then I'm going to place the other one with the polka dots right about there. Making sure that it's not hanging over the card. And then I'm going to take the happy baby one and we're going to put it up to the top. Okay, so now we have all these little strings hanging. Don't worry about it. We're going to pull out that Scotch tape again. And we're just going to pull those strings down like we were tying a bouquet. And we're going to tape it down. Okay, and then you'll just trim off the excess. And those don't work as well as my good old ribbon scissors. There was a funny thing on Facebook today about grounds for divorce if the husband uses the wife's ribbon scissors, and that's how my family knows I am. You do not use I call them ribbon scissors, they're really not. They're in the Stampin' Up! Catalog, they're craft scissors, but I have them marked for fabric and ribbon only, because then that way the paper doesn't dull them. All right, so now we're going to take our little celebrate and we're going to add that on there, okay? And I don't really see where you need to put that on with dimensionals because we really don't want to see that Scotch tape peeking out when your recipient receives their card. So we're just going to stick it on with some snail. Now, okay, so now we're going to add our bows. And I'm going to use glue dots because they're tiny, 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 and we want them to stick. So let's get some glue dots. And I just like to take my snips that are closed and just put that right there. Add another one right there. And one right there. And then we'll just take our bows and stick them on. Cute, cute, cute. Whoops, turn that over. Okay, so this card is done. Now, if you don't have a reason to send a baby card anytime soon, just stamp birthday on there or whatever your reason is. So cute card. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back for the next one.